cultivation of the cannabis plant here in Ohio. Met some new people today. Hopefully, y'all tuning in over here on YouTube, man. And once again, we always like to give a shout out to my man EP, working the boards remotely over at Voice of Radio Satellite Studios, man. Always appreciate him for giving us this platform. And if you don't know, we're doing a morning show. Tomorrow morning we'll be on at 10 a.m. We've been doing 3 days a week, Monday through Thursday. Dumb America, American Morning Talk Show. So just tap in, check it out, man. It's a good show. We just having a good time, sort of similar to Hot Mess in the Evening, but it's just a different spin. Also, over on the Voice of Radio after me, we got Dre the Gemini talking about everything anime coming up at me at 6 o'clock. And then we have my man, tomorrow on the show, we're going to have Al Porter. He's going to tell us why he a Republican, which is wild. And we got Al Porter's hip hop workshop tonight on the Voice of Radio at 7 o'clock. I always got the longest running music show in entertainment in America. He's been on Voice of Radio for 14 years, and I think he had like 6, 7 years before that. So that is a lot of time being consistent doing a workshop since me and EP was talking about it earlier, since down in Cleveland State with Preston Pickett, who we did a lot of good work for down there. Missed that WCSU radio station. I'm sure that's where he got it started out with the Black Radio Network and things like that. So big shout out to Al Porter coming up at 7 o'clock. Well, here we go, man. We in the middle of the growing season right now. A lot of people active. I don't know, man. The weather got us a little bit tough start. It's we progressing, but this is some real schizophrenic like weather right now as far as growing weed right now. We are doing good. A lot of things like if you held your veg, if you was lucky enough to be vegging inside this year, that was very, very good. We kind of had a late start getting outside, but depending on what strain you are, a lot of stuff is looking good and growing outdoors pretty good. Even when you think the sunlight is muted, it's still very, very powerful, and the plants are growing very well. Right now, I think everybody got the same problems growing outdoors. It's critter problems. If you see deer poop and all that, usually the deer don't eat the weed at all. I think that was more down in the woods up here in Cleveland, Ohio, compared to down in rural Ohio around Wayne County area. The deer in the city, in my opinion, much rather eat McDonald's and rallies and fast food garbage than eat the weed plant. It just don't seem like they are eating. Now, down in the woods, if you do have critter problems, it's a couple things you do is I don't even advocate in drinking, but the bro science is drink a few beers, use that urine in a bottle along with the Shave Irish Spring soap, and you spread that around, and that's supposed to be a scent deterrent for critters around just your property or your house. It's like you putting predator urine out there. Also, if you know what kind of critters you got, like it's probably gonna be a deer. So if you got like wolf piss or any kind of predator that an attacking cat type predator here in Ohio, the bobcat piss and all of that stuff. This really they sell at a tractor supply store, and you go get some of that, and that's gonna be the best deterrent around there. And then your regular stuff outdoors, disymmetric earth. I know I'm saying it wrong, and that's a good one to have outside for your brake buzz. Also spraying down with the DEET and everything. And so people came up and they was like, what do you do about spider mice? Really, outdoor spider mice is still only not a lot that you can do besides if you use a DEET or you got a spray that you spray on weed, like isopropyl alcohol, goddamn, can kill almost anything. 99 ISO is very powerful. might damage the plant somewhat. I don't recommend like a soak down, but it'll kill everything. Everybody make the mistake when you're dealing with spider mites. You have to deal with spider mites in two parts, everybody. If you got spider mites, you kill what you can see, and then you have to kill the eggs afterwards. So in the dirt, they done left larvae. So if you are not addressing your dirt, spider mites is gonna come back. If you are fortunate enough to get them under control. If you don't, if you got spider mice and you think you can save them, you have to call me. Give me an email, Sohigho 216 at Gmail, and I have 100% foolproof way not to have spider mice. Ask everybody. Ask my man JB. I was supposed to have JB on this show today. My fault, Jan. I just was a little tired from doing that earlier show and just ran a little bit by time behind time. But we're gonna have JB from Texas on next week. I promise you guys, that's the blind bug cultivator who is just a great gardener who moved out of Ohio with me. We was both in Central Ohio. That's my number one grow me. Even though I love Amanda and Zach from them my homies from Worcester. I love growing with them guys also, but being JB really she loves sharing notes, love sharing products, and growing up in this thing together and doing that podcast. So we got our shout out. So next week the blind bug cultivator come on there. So when we talking about getting those plants out there, and it's preparing the dirt, and if you wanna 100% guarantee. You can ask my man JB. You can ask some of the growers that I mess with. Anybody message on here, they'll let you know. I can absolutely get you foolproof. If you got a garden that you think you so far along and you get spider mites and you a possibility of saving, you gotta call me early, 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 early. You got to do everything you're supposed to do. Soak that mug down with deep. And then there's only a few things you can get to like attack those eggs. But remember, talk about that in a two-part situation. Give me an email back and I could almost, I'm about 95, 96% sure I could get rid of your spider mite, depending on how far you gone down. Outdoors, I'm sure it'll work, but it might be a little bit more, might have to do some things to I don't know. I have to look that up for you guys to see about how we could deal with it. I know we could kill them on contact. And the other thing, when you guys is checking your plants this year, when you outdoors, indoors, flip the leaf over. If you suspect you got a problem, you got a problem. If you say, oh, that little web, no, it's too late. Don't ignore it. Flip the plant over. You know what I mean? Like flip your fan leaf over if you're looking for spider mites. They will be a little black dot all over the back of the leaf. If you don't inspect the back of the leaf, please do. That is gonna like be the health of your leaf. My man JB used to look at the back of the leaf and talk about, he could feel different veins. And when you start looking at it even closer, you could almost see if I'm getting water uptake, because you can see it's sort of like when you got skinny arms. If I don't drink a lot of water, it's like I'm dehydrated and my veins pop out. Similar to the doggone weed leaf. It's like when you dry that mug out, I promise you, them veins start sticking out similar. So just knowing your leaf, knowing the front and the back end. Don't forget, you guys, if you out there, you growing indoors, even in that, don't forget you can shine light upwards too, man. Side lights is a big deal. If you got that, side lights is relatively cheap, and for the percentage per cost for the plant for side lights to be in your tent, um, it's a it will give you more photosynthesis happening at the lower parts of the plant. So we are getting smarter with the uplights and actually getting photosynthesis through the bottom of the plant also. Outdoors, you guys are stuck, man. I hope you guys listen, pick good spots where you're gonna get, where the plant is gonna have sun. If you ask me right now, with the amount of sun we've been getting this year, we will be growing till September. I don't think you're gonna really start harvesting up here in Ohio. Couple people got going right after the frost, and they got out there quick. They are up there, but they still is only about like 3 or 4 feet. And these some of my good growing friends who've been growing for a while. I think it's that FFMC, that one that was from Alf's Planet. We grew it a while back. I forgot the name of it, but it's FFMC. I gotta ask my buddy which one it is. Those plants is doing very good. Everybody that I know, which is about 3 or 4 people who put Humboldt Seed County out after gave them great advice. Humboldt Seed County seeds are doing great up here this year. It is something about this attitude, altitude, or where we at on the longitude line. These things are growing bushy. They are. I thought they overperformed in the tent, but outdoors, this thing is out of control to the point where I'm really gonna have to call part of the plant because I think it's just gonna fall on the ground. We trying to get the fence around, and it's listen, if this thing is jelly donut too, and it is humongous. It's jelly donut seeds by Humboldt County, and they are doing very good. So get your outdoors going. It's kind of late in the season. If you get something out there, you definitely, if you putting something out there today through this week, you definitely gonna be outdoors till August. Cause you figure June, July, August, September, and that's about that's about the end of your growing season, and you never know. But it seemed like the season's a setback. I didn't check the farmer's almanac, but you should be able to finish off a season. Hopefully, you got something bigger than a little seedling that you putting outside right now. It's probably gonna be just about at the end of your time to put a seed out, but it's all right. You could get cuttings and start getting ready to get your indoor garden going. And I'm gonna tell you right now, growing indoors this year to me in the Midwest, it's the second best season. Outdoors is great because it's like set it and forget it. But then going in the indoors because our air gets so dry with all the snow and that big lake around us, we have not a lot of humidity around here. So when you're going indoors into the winter and the colder months, it's actually easier in my opinion because you control the humidity better because you got to keep water in your humidifier. We are not taking water out the air like right now, this time of year, if you growing indoors, you are fighting the heat like a champ. You are fighting keeping that tent cool. I don't care how much your AC is going. It seems like if you around Mylar, and that's what my good buddy, my good buddy Jay, I ain't gonna call this thing. Uh, he grow good. He grow commercially here in Ohio, and he don't believe in putting those tents up. I like a tent because I could control all the environment. And I think I put cameras in there and lights on the automated system. But I see the advantage of growing in a room without a tent. Something about that Mylar putting those plants in there, even with it all unzipped and everything, just seemed like it'd make a lot more heat in the summer. The AC could be rolling, which it always is, and it just seemed like inside the tent, even with your dirt temperature, my dirt temperature, I'm very anal about like keeping my dirt temperature. That's I don't even measure the I don't freak out about my tent getting too hot if my dirt don't go over like 76 degrees actually is where I like to keep my dirt at. It seems like it's very healthy and making good microbes in that. Every now and then when you add a worm tea in there or something like that, something to feed the microbes in your dirt, it seems like it raised up to like a 81 or 82, but that's very good because it's a lot of stuff going on and I got a healthy dirt. Most of the time, when I harvest my plant, I am full of worms and I got the healthiest, richest black dirt that you shaking all my dirt away from that stem and you almost ready just to like cover it up, bake it over a little bit, and it's back ready to go. And don't forget, I always use my homegirl Luna all day over on Instagram is the dirt queen of the world. Not that she's bad, she is the organic best organic scientific person that gives you all the information. Look her up all day. And if you ever had any information that I can't get to you in, my guru and the person I follow and study all the time is 420 Scenes. I'm always going to tell you that he grows. I like the way he grow. Was growing with Guy Green back in the day when I was growing with Guy Green. And Guy Green is just the supplements that you add into your dirt so you could get to the end of a grow. I just grew with him. I'm telling everybody, it's just easy just to follow somebody, one person. Don't follow everybody unless that person, like 420 Scene, he just let me know like who his gurus was and who he patterned his style after. So that was the only people I just went because I'm a little nerdy on trying to find out why certain people doing certain things and following him. I just did exactly what he said to do, and I had a lot of grow experience before, and I just did everything he did. I didn't experiment, didn't do that because I kept wanting to add biochar in, which I don't know if it's a real reason. Oh, I know why you don't. Now I know why we don't put biochar in because biochar is god dog it a sponge, and we cannot. It holds a lot of water. It holds a lot of water. It's just a I think you can make it work, but I think somebody need to work with it to make it work. And I don't know. I'm not there. It's I might do an experiment in a year or so, maybe next year, because I got some cocoa core grows that I'm planning on doing, and I'm gonna make a hydro run. I'm gonna go hydro. I'm gonna follow JB this. I'm probably gonna run two. I'm gonna run a hydro and a dirt. This fall indoors. Nothing crazy. Probably just, to be honest with you, I probably just grow. The main thing I probably grow is about three mother plants so I could get everybody right because it was ridiculous this year. $100 clones. But don't forget, if you guys need some help popping seeds, we know how the law is in Ohio. But if you need some help popping seeds, I'm very interested in giving a class getting with some people to teach them how to start popping seeds. It is a backlog right there. Enough people aren't popping enough seeds. If you pop 20 seeds, you need to give away. If you got a 5x5 and you pop 20 seeds, only four plants, three or four plants gonna fit in your tent. That's it. You're not about to put like eight plants in your thing at all. It just ain't gonna happen. So when you pop a bunch of seeds and be ready to give a bunch away, that is gonna be the best way to go. So pop 20 seeds. When they sell that 20 pack, it's cheap. But then the way the clone market is right now, you can get those off. You know, here in Ohio, you can't sell anything or you can't advertise, but you could definitely give somebody a clone and to keep the genes good in the plant. What I mean by that, like you don't want too many cuttings. If you make a mother plant, you could feed off that one clip until you clip it all the way to the top, and that'll be the first generation of genes. From the first seed, that whole mother plant, all of those clones you take off of that would be the first generation. Now, the babies from that, when it grow up again, which is a hardy plant, which some people don't even think is the best one. They think it's the next set of cuttings is the best set of genes is the third cutting. But anything after like fourth or fifth, you risking, in my opinion, that these too far away from the mother plant. So you need to know somebody who is popping seeds on the regular and making mother plants. It's really not that hard. It's a couple dudes I'm following over on TikTok. I definitely want to get them on the thing. They growing, not a big grow, but he's got like two big ones. I'm gonna say some 4 footers, and then he's got another tent with two clones in it, and that is like idea because you helping keep the plant. Here in Ohio, if it was three plants as your mother plant and three plants that you gonna just grow all the way through, and stick with one plant, guys. If you get something good and you grow good, you see how it's changing over. Somebody should just be growing sour diesel and you could give your friend some sour diesel. Not saying in exchange, but if I was growing, say, I love growing a unicorn poop. It's just a hardy ass plant. I forgot what we was mixing. We was calling it Tahitian treat. We was mixing, I forgot what, real tasty ass Michigan weed. What was it called? We was calling it Tahitian treat. It was unicorn poop mixed with something else, but it was very, very good, very hearty. And I just grew that. And it was just a strong plant that a lot of people wanted to cross that plant a couple years ago. And I kind of like just through moving around and messing around with different genes and always experimenting, but I should have just kept staying right along. I should have just not grew nothing but unicorn poop. Now I'd be an expert. Every 3 or 4 months, you would know what I would have, and I'd be good at it. And I could take care of those genes and keep those things going. But it's always constantly, constantly changing. Just remember that you should start with great, just start with good seeds. That's the most important thing I'm gonna tell you is just go to, I'm always bigging up Grow Wizard, indoor gardens. A lot of the smoke shops that close down that don't let you sell weed in it, if you could go in there and find they seeds, get those Humboldt County, and they got nutrients right now. But indoor gardens, my favorite one around this area would be the Akron one. I like the guys over on Fleet too. They are always very, very cool, and they have a lot of products. But the number one indoor gardens always is gonna be in Columbus, Ohio. They've been the OGs for a long, long, long time. So definitely go check those out or get you a reputable seed bank or go to some of the bigger brand name. In this instance, unless you know the people, it is some good white label seeds that grow really good, but you kind of got to know who growing them, know what they doing, because a lot of people is into like the manufacturing because they don't want to take the risk of growing the plant out or whatever on the chain. So it's a lot of good stuff out there. It's just to me, it's not enough growers for us here in Ohio. And my main reason for that is because they will not let us commercially grow outdoors. So I don't know how you want us to compete not growing commercially outdoors. Ohio do a lot of bullshit out of nowhere. They don't want you to grow a field of goddamn hemp plant, even if it was medical or not. They got all the restrictions, but yet you'll put some data center who nobody knows what that thing is going to be in the future. And I would rather take the plant over the doggone AI bot. And I'm not opposed to technology, but that's just my little rant. Taking that good water, I don't even know all about that, to an industry that's definitely going to shrink. Those big ass computer centers one day, like every other computer, will be small enough to fit in your pocket, and all that wasted land and all of those good trees that you're gonna cut down. I guess we'll have a good time replanting that shit. So, and maybe they'll let us plant some weed over there then. So, little bit about the cultivation here in Ohio, man. Now we'll talk about the law. You know how we doing. It is that time of year. It's been a lot of drug checkpoints. It's always they have to always put it in the paper. So if you traveling and you feel like you dirty, check. You shouldn't be, but if you feel like you dirty, check the report. They cannot do traffic stops or things in Ohio without putting public notice to the public. I know Mansfield had one, and up in Cleveland, I think about 3 weeks ago, they had this operation where the sheriff is all up in here. And trust me, man, these police is all over here. I don't know who these people are. They don't live in Cleveland. They're from all over the place, and it's just a lot of them. And it's the summertime. We got to be very careful on transporting your cannabis plant. Remember the law. You can have 2.5. It needs to be in the package you bought it from. I don't even know if you grew it. Is it legal for you to take? Man, it ain't even no. Don't ask nobody. The person you gotta ask if it's legal, if they could do it, use a sucker. Ask yourself if you feel like you legally responsible enough to take your damn plant and be responsible 21-year-old and use your stuff responsibility. But I don't think you could be to the left of the law, in my opinion. But I'm not no lawyer. And remember, nothing I say is legal advice. at all, ever, in no stretch of the imagination, because I'm not no damn lawyer. But the old school way when we grew up was just not to get caught. So you got to remember that. Put your stuff in the trunk. I mean, don't walk around. Everybody like to blow big in the summer up in here, but the humidity done came up, so your windows up. The law is it need to be in the trunk or behind the further seat. They just don't want it to be accessible in the cabin for you to be able to be smoking. But it's some rules to that. Like if you're in a situation, I say just the cop is cool. You know, it's just really in most cases, if you are under bulk, like if you just got 2.5 ounces, just give them the weed if they ask for it and take the ticket, which is $150 ticket. You don't lose your license if you here in Cuyahoga County and statewide. If you did, that makes another reason. If you a perfect reason to segue into why you should have your medical. Medical gives you a little bit more protection. It's going to give you transportation. Maybe you should be a caregiver and help out some people who need transportation. That is a real, real thing. Shout out to my people over at Shangri-La with the delivery. People actually need to get their medicine. All the time, it's not about everybody just think recreational weed is all about just getting high. And I'm going to say for a percentage of it is, but no, other people not with the prescription drug company and all of that stuff. And I definitely find anxiety relief like I never had before. And I tell everybody, sativa gummy with a little Advil did me better than Oxycontin before I had back surgery, and I did it twice, and I didn't take that narcotic. I just, me myself, I'm motivated not to be constipated by the opioid drug, so I did that. So it is, as an adult, not to be able to use something that's effective for me and not as addictive as the pain pills they pass out in the hospital. It's crazy not to. So I usually use 5 to 10 milligrams of gummy and Advil, and it usually will take away my pain. And for me, what it does for me is when I take the a little bit of sativa gummy, and you don't want to get high. You eat a little, I eat 10. If I feel like I got the cotton mouth, it don't feel therapeutic. It don't feel like medicine. It's not working. I want it like right below that. Like I want to be like, well, I know because I've been dealing with chronic back pain. I had 3 back surgeries, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Because I sit there and I know when I'm hurting and I'm not because my sciatica was messing up. So I take 10 milligrams in the morning, and then probably about like 4 o'clock, I would take another like maybe 5 or 10 milligrams just to get through the rest of the day. And for me, I just don't fixate on how my back hurt. And it seemed like the Advil give me a little bit of relief. So it is some real reasons why you should be using some of the medical, and it's different for everybody. Somebody is allergic to penicillin. So should we get rid of all penicillin? No, because it help a lot of people. I'm sure it's somebody allergic to weed. It don't do the same thing it do for me. But a lot of times it do. So when the government is stepping in and there's so many strains of weed. So it's different weeds to make you do different things all of the time. Indica to sativa. Inside indica and sativa, it is so many combinations of profiles to make you feel a certain way that you can't just say that this do this for me. In general, I would say THC could knock down some of your anxiety and maybe some of the depression, but for me, it's more of an anxiety preventer for me, depending on where I'm at. That's gonna be more of indica for me, so I'm a little bit too anxious. And sativa keep me out of my depression, keep me in the present. I'm thinking straight ahead, and that's how I get down with it a little bit. So, legally, just be careful. You cannot be making gummies that look like I don't know why that is a thing because it's not for commercial sale anyway, but they don't want you making gummies that relate to looking like children's candy. But if you are in a house with your children and you got alcohol, I know they got a plan on all of us being dumb, but that ain't even the truth. Every good parent out here, and even the raggedy ones, is not gonna let their children have no gummies, even if you make it into the shape of it or whatever. If you doing good practices, locking it up behind a key and being a responsible adult, who cares? And why should the state care if it was whatever shape? You should not have access is where it should be stated at. And I do agree, you don't want it to look uh, enticing to a child, correct, or similar to what candy looks like. It is that. But on the other hand, can you give us any credit for being responsible adults here and not letting people like not letting our children get into the gummies? And like I always do on this show, I have never really got on here without giving you the warning that you can eat too many gummies. Be very careful. You need to go low and slow when you eating gummies, similar to when you easing in and trying medicine, which you eat a little bit one day, eat a little bit the next day. You need 35 to 40 minutes after you eat gummy to even know what it makes you feel like. And then the onset comes, and then you will know. So go low and slow. You eat a low dose of gummies with if you never ate them before, 5 milligrams. If you can't tell the milligrams of what kind of gummy you eating, that's mistake number one. You got to have somebody that's experienced that could say, just take this little bit and then you do that because they will know what it do to them. If you taking homemade cookies, it's a crapshoot. That's why you go to the dispensary for certain things that you could try the millimeters out. But they do have Art. Shout out to Art. And I definitely want, this is the only people I really want to get, not only people, but I definitely want to get a sponsorship deal with Arden. They gave, because of what they give away, they gave away a free little guesstimation chart on what your milligrams could be on edibles and tinctures like that. That is so close to the ballpark that I don't think nothing could get better than actually testing the weed to see how much THC is actually in the weed. So, shout out to Arden for putting that out, but go low and slow on the gummies. Please don't eat too many gummies. You can eat too many gummies and have a bad time. That's like the number one problem that people will have is having just a little too many gummies getting ate, and you could get in trouble every time. Go low and slow, low doses, and eat them slow. Take 45 minutes to an hour before you expect the onset of eating gummies. People have a eat too much and they ruin something that could be a good experience over their life because it's such a roller coaster ride that by the time you can enjoy anything of it, you so paranoid, you so feeling it's really a body buzz that lay on you. When you eat gummies, it's the body buzz that rock everybody. When your body sit there and it almost feel like it's vibrating and you feel so uncomfortable. The good thing about it is after you go over the top of the roller coaster hill on a gummy, you coming down. It's just how quick you come down. It's gonna be a while. I don't think I really heard of anybody ever passing away from eating too many gummies, except for one guy had a psychological problem, and who knows if that wasn't an underlying condition before. But just be very, very, very careful. Now, over in entertainment, boy, we got so much stuff going on, man. We got Go Skate Day on June 20th, and then we got Go Skate Day. We got the Game of Skate on June 20th, and then on the 21st, we got Go Skate Day. The Game of Skate, EJ Coast Car, 6250 St. Clair Avenue at the Rec Center. We will be behind the Rec Center. We got my man DJ Javier on the wheels of steel, my man Harold, and we got West Side Skates. We got all the skaters around town. Advocate Skateboards. I got to get up there like Jesus today. My life is so packed in. We got the Art Fest coming up, man. Shout out to the Art Fest team, especially my homegirl Trish, Cody, my main man Days, all the people helping us out. My man Chris Polk, the Red Lion team, No Name, all of the people that's running committees for us towards employment, man. Evergreen Co-op, Food Strong Till Soil, Brown Horse Ciders. Appreciate the show wagon. Coaching Meat Market with the barbecue cook-off, man. We should start posting that stuff like later on today. We will be getting that stuff up. I'm gonna take a little bit of a breather and then we're gonna get back at it. Shout out to my man Ramon Rivas at the Superior Foe on this Thursday. John Armstrong on this coming Thursday is going to have the Juneteenth celebration over at the Crowbar. So get your tickets for that. Big shout out to Contu Live this Sunday over at Dunlap's, along with the mic that doesn't end. Sohigho Gas Company sponsored that show. So if you want to do some open mic comedy or do a poem or do some music, just bring your aux cord type situation up there. Sunday nights about 9:45 with the one and only Deshaun France, man. He be doing his thing, man. It's always a good time. Deshaun and crew, they do a great job. They've been doing a lot more skit stuff, and it's been a good time, man. Shout out to TJ and Stephanie, man. Look forward to them. My homegirl Substance, Khadijah, them been out there, but it's just been a lot to go on. It's so much to do this weekend. I want everybody to be responsible and safe out there. Shout out to my man. I cannot think of his name though. Somebody actually give him a little bit of shout out. Shout out to the West Coast too, man. I appreciate my man. My man Bias moved to the States and now he don't even watch. He up right in Michigan. He used to watch me all the time in Japan. He got really up the street. I'm gonna give him a call and see what's up with him. Shout out to homegirl Aura. I hope the hell you was in here. Aura got the best damn song that's coming. I think she out of Michigan too. She just got a great voice, and I like her words that she be writing, man. So I appreciate her for tapping in, man. I appreciate all the people that's been supporting us over at TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. I can't live without you. Voice of Radio. We'll be on that month tomorrow. Dumb America in the morning, man. We got that one going. It is so much going on, y'all. Everybody just have a good time. Tap in with us at SOHIGHO216 at gmail.com. If you want to sign up for the Art Fest or help out with the Go Skate Day, just tap in. And don't forget, Voice of Radio is going to be doing the Activist Activism Award Show this September. We're going to be at the Agora. I'm sure. I don't know, my little rowdy ass, they might let me give out a award or something, man. I'll clean up kind of nice a bit. If you don't know, I'll be rough around the edges. But shout out to all my cohorts and everything. So glad we graduated that class, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for so much support over all these years, tuning in to the best damn cannabis show on this damn plane. You got any questions, put it in the inbox, man. We appreciate everybody. Shout out to my homeboy baby boy for tapping in, man. I appreciate you. T-Rex as usual, man. JJ, man, all my people, Deidre, I appreciate all y'all for tapping in with me, man. Thank y'all so much for keeping sticking with me and getting any information. Y'all got any questions coming up, man? I want y'all to start sending me some plants and I will get y'all to it. JB, I promise you, I just was sleepy. I would have tapped you in, but we're going to get JB, EP. We're going to get the blind guy on. Make sure we get him on next week. We're going to get him on, man. Everybody, look out for that wind if you outdoors. Put them damn fences up around your plant because it's looking kind of windy and nasty out there, man. And just have a good season, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Stay safe out there, man. Love on your people. Don't watch too much of that freaking news, man. Don't believe the hype, man. Believe yourself, man. Believe in yourself. Keep yourself together, man. We'll keep our community as tight as we need to, and we're going to just do good, man. Don't believe all of that bullshit. We doing all right down here, man. Keep smoking weed, man. Like my man EP always said, man, smoke weed so you don't punch nobody in the face. Y'all be easy now.